Hi Gemini, I am here to do your reading for the week. So let's take an overall energy for you, see what we get. And remember, only take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind, okay? One more. All right. Beautiful, you have the star. Have faith, the future is bright. Dreams come true. Positive changes that bring an end to challenging times. The light at the end of the tunnel. Beautiful card to have as your overall energy. Wonderful. Okay, now let's take a spirit animal to see what they would like to share with you during this time frame. And do remember that time is actually kind of fluid, kind of like a stream or a river. And so while I have it set for a week, it's probably going to relate to you in some fashion before and after that date, okay? So anytime you come in to take a look, there might be something here for you. Okay. Let's see. Let's take this one. The wombat spirit, be at home. Okay. Now let's take one more card. And this is from the Moonology deck. And see what we get from this. One more. Okay. You have a personal issue reaches resolution. Beautiful. You have some very nice cards to start with. Okay. Let's get a few cards and see what comes up. First one, the 10 of Wands, which is an ending. And the way I see this is that, you might have carried quite a few burdens, but this is the ending of that. You are putting down the burdens, which is going to feel like a huge relief, like that monkey is off of your back, which is wonderful. And that is coming out right under a personal issue reaches resolution. That might have something to do with that. Okay. And here you have the 7 of Cups, which talks about choices. Okay. And you can look at some of the images here. Some look mysterious. Some look wonderful. Some look like not in a million years. So I think what this is telling you is, yes, you have many choices. But do your research. Be prepared. Pick the choice or choices that's right for you. Because some will lead to something beautiful, while others might lead to hardships. Okay? So do a little bit of research. Pick the very best choice or choices for you. All right, let's get one more card here. The Hermit. Okay, you can see in the Hermit's lantern a star. And he is going within to find enlightenment, more along the spiritual lines. But this is also saying, find your answers and let this star shine. All right? Oh, beautiful. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the 10 of Pentacles. which is like the tree of life. It's an absolutely wonderful card. This person has worked and gathered a lot of pentacles, happiness, joy, a lot of things that are on the positive side. And he wants to share them with the people he loves, he cares about, family, friends. It even shows his pets here. And another thing is this takes place inside of a community. You can see the buildings, and they're inside of a building or directly outside. And so I think there might be community involvement in this as well, where everything is just so happy. So this is beautiful. The cards that are at the bottom of the deck tend to have an influence over these. And another thing to note is on either end, you have a 10. You start with a 10 of dropping your burdens, and you end with a 10 of being absolutely blissful, and blissful with everybody you love. Here it's solitary. Here it includes everyone you love. So far it's just gorgeous. Okay, so let's take a few more cards. See where this takes us. Transformation, or death, which means transformation. And you can see here what this means is you're transforming out of one energy and into another. Okay? So that is a card really to be expected. They don't have to show up, but it is one that I would expect to show up, or another that would indicate something similar. And it is falling right below the 10 of Wands. Okay, let's take another card. Okay, this is the 8 of Swords, and it is one of carrying burdens. Yes, potentially a precursor to this card. Now, these are thoughts. All swords are thoughts. And this person is feeling bound tightly and even blindfolded by all these challenging thoughts. And they can come from anything. They can come from events in your life, from things. They can come from stresses, anxieties, and fears. You would know, or will know. I don't, because this is a general reading. But what you need to do is take off these bindings. They're very, very loose. You can slide right out of them. And you're blindfold, okay? And it's really hard to tell. Matter of fact, you can't tell from this deck. But behind this person and all these swords, you can sort of see the hill. But at the top of the hill is a castle. And that is where your happiness is. So all you need to do, I say all you need to do, I make it sound really simple, which it is simple, but that doesn't always mean easy, is to take off these bindings, get rid of these swords, and then you'll be able to go up to your castle of happiness. Now, swords, like I said, are thoughts. And it looks like you've, in the past, or potentially currently, going through a lot of stress. And so what you need to do is actually heal from these, okay? You can't really just throw them out the window or put them in your back pocket, that sort of thing. You actually have to heal from them. And if they are all related as a group, potentially you could just deal with them all at once. But if not, you need to take one or two or however many at a time and deal with them correctly, okay? It's huge, because if you deal with them correctly, it's like taking that monkey off your back, okay? And if you don't, you still carry it around, and at some point it's going to resurface. And different people handle that differently. One good way is to when something surfaces, a bad memory or something like that, try to detach emotion from it and think about it, and then go into the emotional aspect. And if you need to cry, cry, that sort of thing. But you will find that some of these swords, if you start out in a detached manner, aren't even worth your time. Not always, but oftentimes you will find that it's just not worth it. So it's very easy to release that. But deal with them, take away their power, okay? Learn from them. That's what creates some of what creates wisdom. But release them, transmute them, give them to the universe, release them. And the more you do that, the lighter you will feel and happier, okay? And it looks like you are already potentially doing that for a few reasons. One, you're dropping it. This is an end. So I would think that you are working on these. And two, your very first card, the full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches resolution. And be at home. The wombat spirit that says be at home, I don't believe, it can, but I don't believe it literally means go home and stay there. I believe that means being at home in your own skin, within yourself, being at home within yourself. And in order to do that effectively, you need to deal with these, okay? So the wombat spirit is kind of saying, would you please deal with these, okay? So you can be at home within yourself. All right, let's take one more card. Ooh, this one flipped out. Queen of Swords. Okay, the Queen of Swords, what she is really known for is wanting the truth, period, exclamation point. Okay, so what she does, she wants the truth. And she does not want the fluff, the niceties, the, lovely mannerisms. Okay, she is determined, resilient, and smart. And she does think more than she feels. And she will not tolerate lies. Okay, she wants to get straight to the point. And because of this, I think it could potentially have to do maybe with this. Okay? Or maybe that's one of the ways that you need to heal is to find the truth. Maybe some of this, like I said, you would know, not me. But it's possible some of these were lies that were told to you, or things that were unfair that were done to you, etc. And if you find out the truth, that alone might eliminate many of these. Okay? If somebody says something that could be considered a mistruth, if you find out the reasons why, and it makes sense to you, that could easily be all it takes to release some of those swords. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Pentacles. And this is a card of practicing and practicing and practicing until you reach perfection. Okay? And it's practicing the same thing or something similar over and over again until you do reach the point that you feel like, yes, now I've got it. I've got the perfect product or what's perfect for me. And this could be anything. It could definitely be career related. It could even be this. Learning how, if you haven't really done it much in the past, learning how to deal with these swords. I don't want to say it's an art form. I don't know if too many people would really want that art form. But if you master how to deal with that, if anything comes up, you will know exactly how to deal with it. So you won't end up like this ever again. And there are formulas. There's different formulas. Do your research. potentially see a counselor. Maybe that would help. But this could be relating to that. Try one. See, and if it doesn't work, work on it. If it doesn't work, try a different method. What works for one does not always work for another. But so this is either going to be related to this, I think, or I'm looking. It could be related to your career. But most of this, what I'm seeing, is looking more like a personal reading, something that takes place within you. Okay, not so much the career front. However, some of these could be, definitely. All right, so let's talk about this just a little bit more. The end there, you have a personal issue reaches resolution, which is huge. Okay, absolutely huge. Could be this, which leads to this. Maybe there are choices to make in order to reach that resolution. But if you notice too, this choice card is right above the 8 of Swords. And this could be saying, deal with these. Here's all these choices. Many ways in order to deal with them. Choose your flavor. Or try one. If it doesn't work, try another. That kind of thing. Doesn't have to be. Okay? But since it's coming right above this, I tend to think it could have something to do with it. Okay, and here I was talking about going within and finding your enlightenment. And like I said, your star is inside this lantern. Let your star shine brightly. All right? And I'm sure it's not a coincidence. I'm not talking about the pentacles, but there are a few images in the tarot that have a star. So here's one, and your overall energy is the star. So I doubt that that's coincidence, because I don't think coincidences exist. Synchronicities do, not coincidences. Okay, and the 2 pentacle cards that you have are also right in line. But so back to this. Shine your light. You're going in to find the truth. What is true for you. And here, this is all about the truth. So to me, this reading is really in line, literally. Burdens are done. Creating an ending, which creates automatically a beginning. Okay. You don't have a card out here yet. We'll see if you end up with one of a new beginning. But an ending does create a new beginning. Okay. And here, this is saying you're transforming from one thing to another, one energy to another, one cycle to another. So that is an ending and a beginning. Okay, so they're in line. And right up here, it says a personal issue that reaches resolution. So to me, that's perfect. Here you have all these swords, and you have to deal with them. Here, you have all these choices. And it would make sense to say that these choices are the different ways to deal with the swords. And it's true, because there's more than one way. Not everybody has to do everything the exact same way to get the results they want. And also, it falls perfectly in line with the wombat spirit who says, be at home. And I think that is saying, like I said, be at home in your own skin, which is a real challenge to do when you are so heavily burdened. So, you have all these swords, which are thoughts, that need to be dealt with because they are not to your benefit. They are to your detriment, okay? Here's many ways to deal with them. Find the one that works for you, or ones, so you can be at home in your own skin. Okay, and here, your overall energy. Have faith. The future is bright. Dreams come true. Positive changes that bring an end to challenging times. The light at the end of the tunnel. Now, I personally think that this card is covering all of these. Okay? The light that, the light at the end of the tunnel. And here's this light. And he goes within to find enlightenment. So, beautiful. And I think this plays part too in that truth is extremely important. And over here, these are the only pentacle cards out here. And this one is absolutely beautiful. It's like the opposite, or close to the opposite of that card. This is like the tree of life. It's saying everything you could possibly want. Absolutely beautiful. So you drop the burdens. You figure this out. You clear it out so you can be at home in your own skin. You work through things to find your happiness, and the star is definitely a road to happiness. Have faith. The future is bright. Dreams come true. Okay? And there you have it. And here you're finally honing a skill. And like I said, I think this could be one of two things. One, you are finally honing this skill, how to deal with these. And like I said, once you deal with these, you know how to do it. You won't have to go into this kind of energy again. You know, you can slip. Everybody slips on different things. But you can be done with this. And that's what this card is either talking about, or it is literally talking about something that you are doing, a hobby, career, something where you've decided to do this thing and you're working on it until it reaches kind of the point where you feel it's perfect for you. Okay? So it's actually a gorgeous reading. It's very personal. So let's get some cards from the universe and see what they would like to share. Okay? Yeah, I think it's a very nice reading. And it's beautiful. The cards here, the star as your overall energy is absolutely wonderful. And they say getting the star is also a very good omen. Okay. Another 10. This could potentially be problematic. We need to see where to put these. I'll put it there. I think this is the universe's way of saying, here is this issue. I'm confirming that this exists. Okay? It could either stop there, or it could say, if you do not tend to this, then you are going to get this, and you don't want this. They call that dead, done, and over with, you know, because it is so harsh. Right now, it's definitely workable, and it's giving you kind of like the game plan here on how to go about it, you know, or at least options. And this is something you really don't want to have to go through. I mean, if you do, you do, but better to not, right? And also, just FYI, that makes 3 10s. There's 4 10s. And this is 3 of the 4 that you have out. So you have some pretty strong energy out here. Okay, let's see what else. The King of Swords. So you have a pair. The Queen and the King of Swords. Quite a little group of swords you have going there, huh? Okay, and the King of Swords rules from a place of power. All right? They use their analytical abilities and intellect to assess the situation at hand and make clear decisions based on what they know to be truth. So, You could say that this card is also potentially a help when it comes to figuring this out. They make decisions based on what they know to be truth. And you have both the king and queen. So I would say that maybe you went through a situation, it could have been anything you would know. Maybe a relationship where you were lied to all the time, or work, or maybe you were lying to yourself. But I think both of those are here to help you through, or to let you at least know, yes, we are here for you. This is what's going on. You weren't getting the truth, and as you heal, you will get the truth. Okay, let's get one more. Okay, you get the very best card in the deck. I love this card. It's absolutely fabulous. It's even better than this card. Okay, so a couple things to say about that. And I'm probably repeating myself. It's fabulous, and then it's fabulous, and then it's a little more fabulous. It is totally abundant, totally happy, totally content. And it's like, shine your light. Life is beautiful. And something that I do find kind of interesting here, this is the very last card, but it's at this far left corner. And at the far opposite corner, you have the Ten of Pentacles. So the two very best cards that you have out here are at opposite ends, diagonally. Just thought that, might be of interest to you. Okay. So it looks like this whole thing is at a very personal level, and that you are needing to deal with these swords so you don't go through that, okay? And you have all the help you need. For one, you have your higher self. For two, you have the universe, guardian angels, spirit, your higher self, which is huge, to help you through this. But yeah, it looks like it's a personal reading, one of growth. And it would be tremendous growth, because if you've been like this for a long time, you don't know what it feels like to feel light. And if you do go through this healing process, you will feel so happy. You look outside and you see children laughing and playing, and you'll see them laughing over something that you think, well, that made no sense. But you know what that is? That is just happiness for happiness' sake. And you can easily get to that point. And this is how to go about it. Okay? I hope this reading helped you. And remember, your overall energy is the star. So, there might be many other things involved in this time frame. And they're beautiful. You have three of the very best cards in the deck. You have the star. Here, you have the star. You have the sun. And you have the Ten of Pentacles. Three absolutely wonderful cards. You can have a fabulous time. Okay? Work through this. Life will be wonderful. Okay, let's get a chart. And I don't look, so I never know, but this is when the universe teases me if they want to. And they're teasing me. Okay, either that or this is celebration time. It is a set of drums. Yeah, it is time to celebrate like well, that's not like a marching band. That would be like a band. But I'd say that's time to celebrate. I don't see And the other thing is there's music notes on it. But no, I don't see that. I think I better get one more. But I think it's saying celebrate. Because this, depending on how you go about it and, who you are as a person, this could be quite a challenge. It could be pretty easy because you have so much help. But definitely time to celebrate when you get it done. And your wombat spirit will be so happy. Okay, let me get one more. Okay. Was cherish friends. Maybe that's saying that you have somebody in your life that is here to help you if you would like help. And if it's somebody that you trust, believe me, it is so nice to have somebody there to help you through things. And in turn, you could help them through things as well. I think that's what true friendship's about. Okay, well, thank you so much. I hope you have a great week. Much love. Bye.